Hey Jada, I'm glad you could join us. I'm making you a video just to show you how to find assignments for our second grade virtual class here at Temple. First thing I want to show you or tell you before we get into Google Classroom is that on Fridays I always put out a packet in front of the school with some papers that go with some of these assignments. So make sure those get picked up on Friday. I leave them out there. Usually kids get them by Monday at the latest. In case you couldn't come by on Friday, that'll be okay. So make sure you get those. You do not need to return the papers. You're going to take pictures of the completed papers and then send them to me through Remind. Just send the photo. You could just put your phonics papers kind of in a group and take a picture of the group so I can kind of see that all of them were completed. Same for math or any other worksheets, language arts or grammar, reading, anything that's in the packet. Just take pictures, send them to me on Remind. Most of the parents send them in all at once on Friday, but if you want to do them each day as you complete assignments, however you want to do that. But they do need to be turned in by every Friday. That way I can enter grades for that week into Infinite Campus. Okay, here we go. So I have on the screen is what Bragg's Virtual Bravehearts looks like. So I assume you've already joined, gotten in here. I normally don't put a whole lot on this screen. There's a little bit here, but that's kind of old news. You're going to click Classwork when you get here. And it is as easy as I put assignments right here at the top. There's the dates. Those are the weeks with the slides. I usually will, once March 29th, the week after next, or what, excuse me, next week's assignments pop up, I'll delete this one. So I usually keep about 2 weeks worth of assignments up there just in case somebody runs a little behind or had got sick or didn't feel well and couldn't get everything done and need a little bit more time. Usually those parents will notify me and say, hey, we didn't feel well. Can we get a little bit more time to do it? And that's fine, but really most things need to be done each week because of grading. Okay, so I'm going to show you what the students are working on this week. You do not need to worry about this week's assignments. You're going to be getting ready for next week. So when you click that, you'll see that I have a Google slide that you will click on top of. And this is this week. I try to make that first slide kind of fun and silly, but it also has important information. And you'll see that students up across the top here, I can kind of see who's in there at the moment. And then I also can check and see who's been on for the week. It just kind of helps me monitor or track students and getting on and doing their work. So on this first slide, you have some information that are just quick reminders for the week. So I may not put something beside every day of the week, but if you'll notice, this reminder says make sure that they have already picked up their paper packet, because every Friday, if you'll notice down here, it says pictures of this week's work is due today. And pick up paper packets today. So every Friday you'll see that part. And then on Monday it'll make sure that you did go and do it. It's just another quick reminder. And then as far as math, for this week they had a test that needed to be completed. So I always, if there's a test for the week, I will put a reminder up for those. Otherwise, it might be a dress-up day. It might be just something that the school's doing, and I'll put it there. But it's there, just read that first slide. Okay, so then you're going to click on this slide. And this is all the assignments for the week. I've listed them by subjects. So each subject is a link, and that link will take you to the document with all the week's work. So, for example, let me back up. We're not going to look at phonics yet. Let me talk about Lexia and Dreambox. The county, Carroll County, the students work on Lexia, which is a reading program, and Dreambox, which is a math program. They do a certain amount of minutes. I put it right here, 20 minutes a day for Lexia and about a lesson a day for Dreambox. I'm going to try to get you into those But right now, don't worry about that yet. I'll be working on that. So you could kind of skip those over. If you haven't heard from me, just skip those parts and go straight to your phonics. You're going to click on this. And when you get in this document, it has Monday through Friday all on this one paper. Okay, so all of these in blue that are underlined are all recordings, videos, either of myself or someone else, explaining the skill for phonics, and then the worksheet. I will usually go over one side of a worksheet, and then you do the other side on your own. Fridays are sight word lesson practices, so these are all videos and things that you can watch as well. The phonics worksheets will be in your packet. So when it says watch the video and complete worksheet on both sides, you'll watch whatever's there for Monday and then do your worksheet. If you decide you want to do Monday and Tuesday on the same day, that's fine, and then skip a day, however you want to do it. As long as all the lessons are complete by the end of the week, you can do your lessons the way you need to that fits your schedule. Okay? All right, so let me click back here. All right, so guided reading. When you go in here, we use RazKids, and I will add you to this. This is a website online that has lots of books. I've given you, right here is the link to get in there. And then once I've added you to RazKids, you will have, there's a place called My Assignments, and that's where I will add books each week for you to read. And then most of them have a quiz at the end. Sometimes they won't, but most of them do. If there's not a quiz, don't worry about it. But if there is, go ahead and take it, because I can look up the grades, and it kind of helps monitor what you know about the book. Basically, that's kind of how this goes the rest of the week. The first 2 days, you're reading books that I've assigned, and then usually the Wednesday and Thursday are level up books. That means you're trying to challenge yourself and go a little bit higher in a level. And the way that I choose RazKids is through STAR testing. Now, you have not done that with us, so I will send you a link. You'll probably be working on that next week instead of this, but I will make sure that you know exactly what you're supposed to do. I'll just put that on Remind. And that'll help me know what level book that you need to be reading. So that's what this is basically. Okay, so we're going to go back to shared reading. Now, that was guided reading. That means there are different levels. Like some students are not reading the same as other students. So I assign books according to reading level. Shared reading, what they're working on this week is Dolphins. They have a book in Epic. I will be adding you to Epic. And they have a book that I've assigned called Dolphins. And I usually put vocabulary words in red right here. So for Monday, this was their Monday assignment. They had to click on this, go in and read the story. They needed to study their vocabulary words, because in the story, they can click on top of these words throughout the story, and it will tell you how to say the word and what it means. So it's pretty cool. When they get to the end of the story, there's a quiz usually. If there's not, don't worry about it, but most of the time they do, and they will do the quiz. Usually Tuesday is a worksheet day that is a reading worksheet, so they're going to listen to the story one more time. And I put it in there so you can click on it, go straight into the story. And then I name what the worksheet is so you know what to do. Okay, and that'll be something you would take a picture of and send at the end of the week. Wednesday, I try to make it art day. It'll either be on Wednesdays or Thursdays. Okay, so art day is usually a way, what you're going to draw that goes with what you read about. So they're going to be, or yesterday, they actually worked on how to draw a dolphin. And they read about dolphins. So most of the kids are really, really enjoying that. And then AR, I'm not sure if you did AR in Douglas County, but AR is where they can take another test on the book, and all of these things are checked. And I even put in the number. So when you click into AR and log in, and I'll be giving you your logins for all these things, there's the code. So I already pull it up so you can just type it in and go straight to the test. And then Padlet is another fun activity, and I'll add you to that. And that's where they click on a notepad and they're able to type about the book a little bit, maybe post a picture, things like that. So there's lots of we try to make this as fun as we can based on a book. We do all kinds of activities throughout the week and share out with each other. Sometimes we do a Zoom where we Zoom in with each other and then we share what we've done, share our artwork, share whatever activity, say something good. So we just kind of do check-ins. Okay, so that is our shared reading. Grammar, you click on this one, and I've got it across the top for the week. So today, they should be finishing their weekly language spiral review, and that would have been a worksheet in their packet that they got. Okay. If you'll notice Monday and Tuesday where it says click here, those are different videos and songs and things about whatever skill they're working on. This week they were working on adjectives review, adverbs review, and then the spirals are just a combination of a bunch of skills they've done throughout the year and just completely practicing those skills. Usually in several of the subjects, I don't assign a whole lot on Friday. That way it gives you time to catch up on some of the work you might not have gotten to. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you math. And I switched to a different screen because this week's math is a little different. The students are working on testing this week. So I'm going to go to next week's document and show you what math will normally look like on a non-testing week. Okay, so if you will look on here, I have put Temple. These are for the students. Temple has workbooks. Temple students have workbooks. Okay, I am out of workbooks, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to give you math worksheets, and I hate to do that until I can find a workbook. So it does say Temple, but I cover other schools and they have worksheets. So I'm going to just add your name up in here. Actually, I could do it now. All right, that means you. So you're going to be looking for red writing down here in the lessons, and that means that's what you're going to work on. You will not pay attention to where it says Temple workbooks until I can get you one. So if you will notice on Monday, it says all students will watch lesson 1. And since I cover 4 schools, then I need I need all students to watch the same lesson. But if you'll notice, Temple students have they have green page numbers, and all the other students have worksheets to do, lesson 1 worksheets. And the pages don't always match the same number, but it is the exact same lesson. So that will include you. I'll just put your name in the parentheses down there so you know that you're just looking for red assignments after you watch the video. And that's basically all that means. Okay. Science videos or social studies videos. This is next week. We're going to be talking about the life cycle of a plant. So you just have, each day you have some videos to watch. That's basically all it is. And then you're going to have a science choice board, and you will complete a couple of assignments for the week. This is the choice board. There's about 5 activities, to choose from. And you only have to do 2 for the week. So you don't have to do everything on there. You just choose what you want. And then the following week will be social studies. So we just bounce back and forth between science and social studies. Okay? All right. And then to take any kind of AR or STAR test, I'm not sure if Douglas County does this. I will double check. This is just an extra link here. This is a fun little activity over here. Go Noodle has some dance songs and things like that that are fun to do. So that basically is your day. You would click on each of these, do the assignment for the day, and then move on to the next subject. That's how it works. And you can kind of plan your day what works for you. If you know you're going to be going out of town for a day, then you could double up and do a couple assignments in the same day and then skip a day, as long as they're all done by the end of the week. Okay? All right. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, just message me on Remind. Okay? Have a great day.